everybody. Welcome to Metaphysical Cup of Coffee YouTube channel. My name is Gavin Tedder, and I was wanting to talk to you guys today about the Alureans. And I think it was 2 videos ago I was talking about 3 different types of races that I had just seen, talking about looking at some videos that Jay had posted a while back, and what was on those videos, and using your abilities to see these races on the videos. And ever since then, not every single time, but most of the times when I've been relaxing, I'd been seeing the Alureans. And I was like wondering, I was like, what's going on? Keep popping up, I'd just be relaxed, and all of a sudden one of them would just pop up right directly in my face. And I was like, okay. And I continued watching through a few of Jay's videos, and I found an old video of him, and he was talking about when all of our friends that have came here on Earth to help us, that very likely what it would end up how it would end up happening would be the Alureans would end up showing themselves first, because they've been here for a while, helping clean up the planet, helping the oceans, helping the air, testing things, and they would end up being the race to bring a lot of the food replicators in different places, and bringing these plants with this protein, and planting them in fields and everything, and end up that's how it would basically start after after he went home and things got started. He was mentioning that the Alureans would be coming, and they would be found basically like plowing and fertilizing fields and planting them, and we would end up seeing these fields have plants grow out of them. These barren fields would have these hardy plants just growing up out of them, and it would be the Alureans doing it. And he mentioned that because of them being pretty humanoid, not exactly human, but pretty humanoid, and I would describe more tame as far as their looks. They would probably be the first ones that we would end up meeting. And after putting that video out a couple videos ago, talking about the Alureans and like the way they look and how they have sharp facial features and almost kind of like sharp shelves like to the back of their heads, and everything else, I came across that video, and I was wondering why I was seeing them all the time. I was like, what's going on here? And they're just popping up, and yeah, that video came up. It was like, this is gonna be like the first race we really are kind of introduced to in mass, I suppose. And they're gonna be coming in here and helping us do our things. And actually, while I was at work last night, another video that I came across of Jay's from a long time ago that he had put out, was he was talking about those of us who did receive crank ups from him and everything else, that we would probably be pretty much at the top of the list, for all these different races, for them to reach out to us basically, and have us help give their story, share their story, and talk about them and introduce us to the rest of the population and everything. We're here to help, and I am for sure. That's one of the main things that I want to do, like through all this. And definitely, if I end up being able to do crank ups and help other people with consults and everything, I'm definitely not opposed for that. But I'm really looking forward to helping our friends and helping our friends help us. But last night I was relaxing and trying to use my pineal, fire it up, and I was using what was I using? I was using Picture Jasper, I was using Lapis, and I was using Citrine. Here, I'll actually grab the stones real quick so you guys can see them, and if you want to, you can fill into this video, use your abilities, fill into them, and get a little taste of the frequencies. Hang on one moment for me. Alright, here we go. I went and I grabbed them, and I got a little light because I know it's a little dark in here right now, and the lighting isn't great, so I have a little light. right here. That way you guys can see these stones a hair bit better. Right there is a nice piece of lapis, and this piece of lapis is from thespiritualfoundation.com. And if you just want to take a moment to use your abilities and reach out and feel it, you're more than welcome. And you can pause the video to do that if you wish to. Yeah, real nice piece of lapis. Very, very powerful for the pineal. Very good. And then I have this piece of citrine. This is a really pretty piece of citrine. Very, very nice. Also from the Spiritual Foundation. Yeah, very pretty. And then picture jasper, also from the Spiritual Foundation. And this is more of an odd piece, but it is a very, very nice, smooth piece. Soft. Here, you can see it a little bit better with the light lower like that. That one's a little bit rougher to see, just because of the way the stone is. And that most picture jasper doesn't necessarily look exactly like that. This is actually, I would call like a pretty unique piece of picture jasper in my opinion. But I was using those to just relax, and just get my head fired up and everything to just relax, fill into the field and see what would pop up. And for like the I don't know what day, not quite 10 days in a row, because there was like 1 or 2 days, I think one day this weekend where maybe I relaxed, but I didn't really actually go and like look at stuff. But almost like 9 or 10 days in a row or something like that of me relaxing after putting that ET race video out, and talking about the Alureans. They're having them like just pop in my head, just be sitting there relaxing, and all of a sudden, boom, right in front of my face, pop up. And I was wondering, I was like, why do they keep popping up? Why am I keep seeing these guys? And I'm pretty sure it's been the same 2 that I've been seeing, or at least the same 1, and then I saw 2 last night. But they were wanting to reach out to me to start trying to help me with telepathy and help teach me telepathy. And I've seen before in the past, like when you go to start a conversation up through telepathy with these guys, not just the Alureans, but I mean just other ET beings and other people in these other bodies rather. Sometimes like if they want to talk to you, they'll like show their teeth at you like that, and it's not them like wanting to, they're not trying to be aggressive or be like, look at my teeth or anything. They're like, they're wanting to wanting you to focus on their mouth, like, hey, I want to talk, kind of deal. Like that's what they'll do sometime. Well, these guys, I say guys, there was a guy and a girl. The guy, he was real nice. He was very, very, very patient with me. And he had this nice light green frequency to him. Not extremely light, but definitely more on the lighter side than the darker side of frequencies. And he was just real calm. And he had taken his hand, and for them, as far as I could tell, unless I was seeing it improperly, I'm pretty sure they only have like the 3 fingers and then a thumb. So it's like a total of 5 fingers on their hand. But he was like doing like this, like I want to talk kind of deal. He's like, hey, I'm trying to talk to you. They're letting me know. I was like, oh, okay, awesome, blah, blah. But I was having a hard time like focusing, which hence me using, citrine for focus and clarity. And also for picture jasper, what it's really good for is allowing while you were using your abilities to see and everything, moving through and past energy to help get to what you want to see, and giving like high definition, especially on the scanner, and helping with the pineal as well. So I mean, those three stones, like all together, they're just really, really good stones. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that right. I definitely know it affects your pituitary gland, and I'm pretty sure it just gives high definition on your pituitary gland. Talking about picture jasper anyway. Yes. What is it? Oh, tiger's eyes. What I'm thinking of that helps you actually helps that energy flow around and through to get to where you need to. But picture jasper gives you like high clarity definition on what you're seeing a lot with your scanner and pineal both. That's why I was using those, because I was wanting to use my pineal to see stuff and see things. But there was the guy, and he was like trying to tell me like, hey, let's talk, kind of deal, like, hey, let's practice, and it goes back to the things that the videos that Jay had put out. Like, I mean, he was saying, hey, like, these are the guys who are going to be coming first, and started seeing them. And then also he was like, you guys are going to be the ones to to really help them get this stuff moving and introduce them and show what they're doing and everything else. And so yeah, these two, they were reaching out to me. There was also a lady, and it seemed like I didn't see the frequency, but I could like feel just what felt like compassion from her, and she was really, really extremely sweet. And I didn't see a whole lot from her, but she was trying to get up close and get me to see her as well. But the gentleman, he was the one who was like really trying to get me to see stuff, and pretty sure he was just on a ship, and I think he was trying to show me like the inside of the ship a little bit. And like I said, also try to start that communication and just help me understand more of how to use telepathy and everything else. They were really, really nice, and like I said, super patient with me, because I'm not great at telepathy. I'm definitely still working on it, but it's one of the things that if you are wanting to help out and help our friends out whenever they do get here and they start, trying to make themselves known and everything else, that's one of the things you definitely need to work on, is communication with them. And the best way to do that is by relaxing, using your abilities, and you can do this with your abilities. I don't know if any of you have tried with the other videos that I've, used, like where I'm saying like, hey, like here's a sphere, fill into it, see what you feel, or the other stones I'm holding up, I'm like, hey, check this stone out, whatever. But if you realize that you try that, maybe you don't get it the first time, but you try that once or twice and you're actually like feeling the stone, or you're feeling the energy or something, you have to understand you're traveling one distance, because you're not here with me. You're traveling to me to feel that energy, to feel that stone. But also, not just that, these videos are coming up late, so I'm not doing them like while you're watching them. You're traveling through time to come to me to do it. So you're traveling through time and space with your abilities to do it. And if that's not one of the wildest things that you could ever like comprehend that you can do using your abilities, not just me, but everybody, as long as you just try to practice, you can do these things. Like, so like whenever you think about that, that's wild. That's really wild to me. And then telepathy, like that's something that to me, it's just something that you need practice with. That you just, you're not going to be great at it at first. Some people are definitely going to be better. Some people are not going to be as good sometime, But I mean, using not just telepathy, you can go and, try and get understanding and feel a conversation with somebody by using your heart. And that was how I felt the compassion coming from the woman. Was I just used my heart to feel into her, and yeah, she just had a lot of compassion. And whenever I was looking at the guy, I mean, I could feel he was like nice and calm, and he had plenty of patience with me, and I could see the green in his frequencies, and I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. And he was like, hey, let's try and talk, and I tried to work with him as much as I could, but a lot of times, especially if you've been out of practice or if you're just starting to practice, it can be hard to do that consistently for a long time. So you have to like work at it, and the more you work at it and you use your abilities, the stronger they become and the easier it is to use them and understand what's going on when you're doing it. So I just really wanted to put this video, I don't think it's going to be a long video, but I really just wanted to put this video out, to remind you guys, like, hey, it'd be worth it if you wanted to go back on J Era Essex YouTube channel and, just see what video pops up. Go to the channel. I like to do that. Go to the channel, click videos, and it'll be like the top section will just be like a random set of videos that just pop up, and it's like that's what I generally use. I'll pick the first or the second one, kind of let my spirit guides, kind of set me up for, okay, what do I need to hear right now? And I'll click on a video and I'll listen to it, and I've gotten so much good information going back over these videos and looking back on the information and hearing back from Jay and all this stuff. And he put all those videos out for a reason, for us to use. And definitely with me, since I've been, practicing again and watching the videos again, I can definitely, I've gotten utility from him, you know what I mean? Like, all this stuff that he had said from a long time ago, is now, like, popping up into my head and, showing up and everything else. And these are things that will be happening soon and, coming up quickly. So, if you're interested in helping out our friends in these other bodies, then I would definitely suggest you guys end up practicing and try to reach out to, see what you can see who you can see, and try to just, make a line of communication with them. One of the things that the man was showing me, I'm thinking back to figure out if it was the man or the woman. I'm pretty sure it was the man, though. He was showing me like an image, basically. The man and the woman actually both did show this to me, but the man specifically, the image that he showed me, the woman, the image was a little further apart, I believe, but the man, the image he was showing me was like, it was like an image of me and his forehead like touching each other, like saying, like, hey, you gotta like consciously make this connection between our pineals, kind of deal, to help with this conversation and help this flow and to see what's going on and everything else. So they're trying to help us out and teach us, even to how to just communicate with them on a basic level. And like I said, I felt like that was really important to get on here and to share. And I was actually already planning to share the information about the Alurian video and them coming likely first and being the first to kind of like, not the first to show up, because I mean there's been a different race here for, even millions of years before we were even here as human beings, or what we originally came on this earth as anyway. But anyways, that was going to be like one of the ideas of the video that I was going to put out. And then also this happened last night, and it was all just kind of coming together, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta, hopefully find a little bit of time in the morning after work and, put this information out there and, get it out there to whoever's interested in hearing it. But yeah, also, I don't have permission to say his name, but shout out if you're watching this video. Thank you for this shirt. You got me this shirt, many years ago. I appreciate it. But anyways, sorry, that was a little side tangent and everything else. To somebody specific. But anyways, I felt like this information was really important, and if you guys want to help them as much as I do, or are looking forward to meeting them and everything, and y'all want to be a part of this is just a huge reason to just relax and start figuring out telepathy and start engaging with them and open some dialogue, already get to know them, because I mean there's going to be so many people on this earth who are going to, like, honestly, a lot of people are going to be freaking out, and we need to be there, as this, facet of the community that's like, trying to help them along and be like, hey, look, this is okay. No reason to freak out or anything. They're here to help us. And as a matter of fact, I've been talking with them for a while, and, here's somebody now, you know what I mean? They may very likely, be showing up on some people's like YouTube channels. People might be putting up videos like saying, hey, look, this is, so-and-so. I've been talking with him for a long time, and, introducing them. And maybe putting out, like, having conversations with them, on camera. Obviously, you're not going to be hearing them talk, but whoever, might have the video, if this is the case of them, you be sitting on camera with them, and you ask a question, and, ask them ask the question out loud so the video can hear you. Ask them through telepathy, and then have them reply, and then you can repeat their reply, and they may very well give like a confirmation that yeah, that's right kind of deal, or shake their head or something for the camera to be like, oh yeah, okay, so like it's just confirmation being shown to you guys in real time, and it's some good hard evidence of what you can do, and that they're here to help, and that they're not bad people. Because I mean, they're great people, wonderful people, especially the ones who have come here to help us. Amazing hearts, and a shit ton of integrity and honor. You know what I mean? But that's it. That's all for this video, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to get that information out to you guys. I hope y'all enjoy it, and I hope y'all have just a great rest of the day. Don't forget, use your abilities, relax, practice. Like, even if you're not like have a whole lot of time to really buckle down and try to like lock in on your abilities and using them, at least give yourself like 5-10 minutes, 3 minutes at the least, a day, just to sit, just breathe and relax, and become more of yourself, because that right there is just the start of the journey, and there's no way you're gonna make a trip from here to the store unless you take that first step. You know what I mean? So let's start taking those first steps. But anyways, you guys have a great rest of the day. I hope y'all have a great day at work. It's rainy over here. If it's not where you are, if it is rainy, stay dry. If not, just have a great rest of the day, okay? I'll talk to y'all later.